President Trump trolling Beto O'Rourke as he dropped out of the presidential race. The former Texas congressman announced that he is going to be ending his presidential bid for the Democratic nomination. That was in Iowa. He may not have made the next debate. The field of candidates is narrowing as we approach 2020 in the Iowa caucuses. Here to weigh in, talk radio host from New Orleans, Jeff Crouere. Good to see you, my friend, as always. Boy, this takes away one of the president and, for that matter, yours favorite foil.
Leland, I did a column entitled Beto the Buffoon. I'm going to miss this guy. What a joke. What a joke.
It brings up an important point, though.
Right.
Is having people like Beto, when he came out and he said, yes, I'm going to come for your AR-15s and everything, the president was able to fundraise off of that. That gave you and your listeners red meat. You need that. If you don't have that and you have Mayor Pete, who's far more polished and far less incendiary, does it make it harder to win?
Well, I mean, it is going to be a loss of comic material, no doubt about it. And he went so far to the left. He was too left for the Democrats, believe it or not, taking away all the guns. But, yeah, I mean, some of the other contenders are more serious. So now we get into a more serious phase of the race. Warren, Biden, and it looks like Mayor Pete is the one who's really catching fire right now.
MSNBC reporting last night that he had moved so far to the left, this being Beto O'Rourke, that it sort of ruled out the possibility of a 2020 Senate race in Texas because of how far he moved on the issue of guns.
And when he was in Texas, Leland, he was sort of a moderate.
Yeah.
And then he just went so far extreme that I don't think people took him seriously. He really doesn't have the gravitas. Remember that word they used to use. He doesn't have the gravitas to be president.
You know what's interesting is that people didn't take him seriously in the beginning, at least, running against Ted Cruz. He turned that into a race. Another place that people never took seriously, Democrats, was in Mississippi for the governor's race. And now you had to have the president go down there on Friday to try to turn out the vote. Here's the president on the stump last night.
I can't believe this is a competitive race. It's like embarrassing. I'm talking to Mississippi. You know, I'm talking to Mississippi. I can't believe it.
It's embarrassing. Should it be to Republicans, or at least concerning, that the Mississippi governor's race is a race?
You know, Leland, Donald Trump won Mississippi by almost 20 points in 2016. It should not be close. But here's what happens. The Democrats are getting smart. They're running candidates that are masquerading as moderates to conservatives. The Democrat candidate there is running away from the National Democrat Party. He's trying to claim he's a conservative. And it's sort of working in keeping the race close. I mean, the Republicans are going to prevail, Leland. There's no doubt in my mind. The Republicans are going to win that governor's race.
You don't send Air Force One places, though, if you're not worried. Air Force One also coming to Louisiana. Mr. Rispone running for the governor against John Bel Edwards. Bel Edwards, I believe, is the only Democratic governor throughout the Bible Belt. What gives there?
He won 4 years ago because he was running against a very damaged Republican nominee who had a lot of baggage. Now he's the incumbent. And you know, Leland, as an incumbent, he has access to lots of money. The statewide media is behind him because they're liberal. So he's ahead by about 2 to 3 points in the polls. Rispone has come out of nowhere. Nobody knew who Rispone was when the race started. He's run a strong campaign. Now the Republicans are behind him. The guy who came in third, Ralph Abraham, is supporting him. And guess what, Leland? The president's coming here on Wednesday, and that's going to be an amazing rally. I think the president can help put Rispone into the governor's mansion. It's going to be very close.
Of course he can help. It's going to be close.
Right.
Bet me some of those donuts that they sell down on Bourbon Street.
I'll bet you a dozen beignets.
A dozen beignets, all right.
That Eddie Rispone is going to be the next governor of Louisiana because, Leland, John Bel Edwards is a big liberal. Again, another liberal masquerading as a moderate. He's raised taxes. The budget is $7 billion higher. We're the only state in the nation, Leland, to lose jobs. One of only 8 in the nation to lose population. I mean, all these other states around us led by Republicans, they're doing great.
All right, well,
Texas and Florida.
Jeff Couere has a dozen beignets on the race. We're going to have you back here to see how that works out for you.
All right, I'm confident, Leland, very confident.
That's never been a problem for you in the past. We'll see you soon.